and welcome to Solidworks Station. My name's Stuart, and in today's tutorial we're going to look at Model Mania 2014 Phase 2. If you haven't been and looked at the Phase 1 model, I would suggest doing that and completing that tutorial first, and then move on to this tutorial, which is the Phase 2 drawing. If by the end of the tutorial you're not confident with everything that you've learnt, or you're struggling with a little bit of the information that I've provided, then please get in contact by dropping a comment in the comment section below this video, and I'll be more than happy to get back in touch with you, and hopefully we can resolve some of the issues that you might be experiencing. Best of luck everyone, and let's get started. Okay, so I've got Phase 1 open. This is the Phase 1 drawing which we completed not too long ago, and I'm just going to bring up the drawing, and we can see that there's a few changes that we need to make. The first change here is the outer diameter is changing to 84. It was in Phase 1 100 millimeters, it's changing to 84. Now that change is going to have a significant impact on these fillets that we've produced in Phase 1. The second thing that we need to do is use SolidWorks Simulation Express or SolidWorks Simulate to analyze and determine the factor of safety for the part. We've already applied in Phase 1 the plain carbon steel, and we're still working in millimeters. So let's go into SolidWorks and change this, and let's see what impact this actually has on the fillets that we produced in Phase 1. So let's minimize this, and let's go ahead and just click on this face here, and you can see that this is the 100 millimeter diameter. Now shrinking that to 84, you can see that that is going to encroach on these fillets. So let's put it in the 84, and you can see straight away we're getting errors over here. There's a warning for a particular edge. So what I would recommend doing in this kind of situation would be go and investigate what's actually happening within that fillet feature. So just left click and go and edit the feature and see what's happening in this items to fillet. So one edge it's still got, which is this one, and one edge it's missing. As I've clicked on this edge, you can see it's highlighted there in red. That is the original 100 millimeter diameter circle. Sometimes the best things to do in SolidWorks is just to start afresh when it comes to this. Sometimes it can get quite tricky, especially with fillets. So in this scenario, I would advise to right click and just clear the selection altogether. I would then scroll down, okay, and just take note of this option here, fillet options. Sometimes that this is minimized, okay, it usually is on starting up SolidWorks, so just be mindful that this option is here. We're going to come back to this in a bit. So we're going to scroll up, and we're going to pick some items to fillet. The first item that we're going to fillet is this edge. Okay, just notice that on here this is not terminating as it is showing on the drawing. You can see that this is horizontal all the way across, and this is horizontal, and then tapers off to meet in the middle with this side. On mine, what's happening is this is tapering off, and this is tapering off as well. So that is incorrect. How to resolve that? We need to scroll down, go to the fillet options, and use that keep surface option. By selecting that, you can now see that this is remaining horizontal all the way around and wrapping around the part, and this part here is tapering off as we would want to, and as is shown in the engineering drawing. Now, SolidWorks sometimes won't let you select another edge to fillet. Sometimes it runs into problems. So if I select this edge, for example, okay, it's not liking that at all. So I'm just going to remove that and delete it. I'm going to keep this, and I'm just going to green tick it and keep that as a fillet. I'm then going to go back into fillets, keep my 3 millimeter fillet in place, and I'm just going to fillet these edges. Okay. Not liking that one, so we'll just delete that one and just pick up this edge, and then pick up this edge, and then just move around the part, like so, and we've got them all perfect, so we can green tick. Okay, I actually missed off as well on phase 1, I believe, the fillets that are beneath this as well. Let me just show you on the drawing. So you can see here there's some fillets beneath the part as well. I think I missed those off on phase 1, so I do apologise. I'm going to minimise this and just show you very quickly how to put those in. We're going to go to fillet. These are 3mm. Just click on this face. Okay, put those fillets in, and then you just need to click on one of these edges like so, and it didn't come up that time. Sometimes you can, let's try this one. There we go. Connect to the end loop 4 edges. Just select that and it will pick up all the remainder of the fillets that it's anticipating that you want to fillet. Once you're happy with that, you can green tick Control 7 on the keyboard for the isometric view. And what I like to do as well is just put an appearance on those fillets as well. So I've got into appearance, I've got to solid. I'm just going to drag this red solid onto this fillet. So I want this to be applied to fillet 3. Same again, just drag that onto these fillets. And these fillets underneath. And this fillet on the edge as well. I just like to put those appearances in just so if the fillet ever does change, you can see that that happening straight away, and they're really easy to identify as well. Okay, so that is the changes made and the changes updated. From here, we need to look at the SolidWorks Simulate or the SolidWorks Simulation Express. So in previous video tutorials, I've talked to you about going into the SolidWorks add-ins, turning on SolidWorks Simulate. A simulation tab will then appear. Click on that simulation tab and then we would talk about going through a new study, making it a static study, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to use a different way of doing it, which is shown here. So you can use Simulation Express or SolidWorks Simulate. Simulation Express is a wizard, so it takes you step by step through each part of the simulation, just so you don't miss anything out. SolidWorks Simulate is a bit more manual. Okay, you would go into new study, you'd pick a new study, for example, and you'd have to go in each one of these and know your way around this particular ribbon. So I'm going to show you, just going to delete this particular simulation. And if you go into Tools and Express Products, go to Simulation Express. Okay, it's a good thing that that came up actually. So let me just show you this message. So it says SolidWorks Simulation Express cannot be used because SolidWorks Simulation is checked in the add-ons. That means that in this tab, this is grayed out, so it can't run both. So uncheck this. And then go back into Simulation Express. They're trying to compete against each other at the moment, so just uncheck the SolidWorks Simulation in the add-ons, and then you can select this. This will run fine now, no problem. And this is the wizard now on the right-hand side. So from here, we're going to press Next. It is a static study, so we need to add a fixture, but I need to check where that is. So I'm going to open up my drawing, and we can see here, fix these 2 cylindrical faces. So these need to be fixed. So add a fixture. Add those 2 cylindrical faces and green tick. Don't forget the green tick over here. Sometimes when you're using it, you're looking for the next button over here. You need to press this green tick first. So green tick, then next, and then we can add a force. So that force that we're going to add is going to be to this cylinder. It's it's 10,000 newtons, and it's going in this direction. So 10,000 newtons here, going in this direction where my arrow is moving now. So I'm going to click on this face. You notice that all the arrows are going in different directions. That's incorrect. Ours needs to be going in one direction. So we're going to go to selected direction. Click on this drop down here, and we need to choose, in this case, the front plane. The arrows are running in the wrong direction. We need to reverse the direction here, and we need to put in our 10,000 newtons. Okay, and again, green tick. Then we can go to next. We've already applied a material. If you hadn't, you would need to go into your materials over here, right click and choose plain carbon steel. Or if it's not plain carbon steel or none of these in this list, you could always go to edit material and pick your material from the long list of materials that you've got here. We've got ours in place already from phase 1, so we can go next. We're going to run this simulation, give SolidWorks a couple of seconds to just do that, and we should get a little bit of an animation showing us what would happen if that simulation was put in place. So there you go, there's your animation. We're happy with that. We was expecting this. These were two anchored points, fixed points, and this was 10,000 newtons, and this would be the outcome. So we're happy with that, so we can say yes, we're happy with it, it's what we expected, continue. And then from here we get our factor of safety. So there's our factor of safety there. However, we can use this here, so show where the factor of safety is below 1 at the moment. Okay, that is all blue at the moment. So if I do factor of safety below 8, let's just up that to 8, and the enter key, you can see areas are now getting highlighted in red. So that concludes this phase of SolidWorks Model Mania from the year 2014, and this has been phase 2. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have subscribed already, thank you very much for your support. If you're new to the channel and you've watched this for the first time, or you've watched any of my other videos and you're liking the content that's being produced, then don't forget you can always give me a big thumbs up. Thank you very much everyone, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.